The Jeffersons was one of the most popular TV shows of its time, but one particular scene changed everything. Was it too controversial, or was there more happening behind the scenes? Here's a closer look at the moment that shaped the show's end, along with the cast's reflections and the lasting legacy of this groundbreaking series. Louise Jefferson, played by Isabel Sanford, first appeared on All in the Family in the episode Lionel Moves into the Neighborhood on March 2, 1971. Alongside her husband George, played by Sherman Hemsley, and their son Lionel, portrayed by Mike Evans, the Jeffersons were introduced as a black family navigating life next door to Archie and Edith Bunker in Queens. George was created specifically for Hemsley by Norman Lear, though the role was delayed because Hemsley was performing on Broadway. In his absence, a temporary character, Henry, was used until Hemsley could take over. The inspiration for the Jeffersons itself came after a meeting with members of the Black Panther Party, who told Lear that black characters on television were often depicted as poor or struggling. They wanted to see a show about a successful black family. Lear listened, and The Jeffersons was born, a series about a family moving up the social ladder, from a working-class Queens neighborhood to a fancy Manhattan apartment. When the show premiered on January 18, 1975, it introduced audiences to George's dry cleaning empire, Lionel's interracial marriage to Jenny Willis, and a supporting cast that would become iconic. Jenny, played by Berlinda Tolbert, was part of TV's first prominent interracial couple with Tom and Helen Willis, played by Franklin Cover and Roxy Roker. Roker even showed producers a photo of her own white husband to ease doubts about authenticity. The Jeffersons' household also included Florence Johnston, the sassy housekeeper played by Marla Gibbs, who often mocked George's height and baldness, and Harry Bentley, the eccentric British neighbor portrayed by Paul Benedict. George's mother, Olivia, played by Zara Cully, appeared until her death in 1978. The show combined comedy with honest portrayals of race, class, and the pressures of social mobility, making it both entertaining and culturally significant. Yet, behind the laughs, tension simmered. Hemsley, concerned about offensive language and racial slurs in scripts, intentionally flubbed lines to push the writers toward change. Meanwhile, casting adjustments, like Damon Evans replacing Mike Evans as Lionel, caused confusion and required careful navigation to maintain continuity. The series also faced legal controversy when Eric Monti, a writer on Good Times, accused Norman Lear of stealing ideas for George and Weezy Jefferson, claiming he was blacklisted for speaking out. Despite these struggles, the show thrived. It ran 11 seasons with 253 episodes, regularly ranking in the top 10 Nielsen ratings. Isabel Sanford made history in 1981 as the first African-American actress to win an Emmy for Best Actress in a Comedy Series. Marla Gibbs received multiple Emmy nominations for her role as Florence. The show's iconic theme song, "Movin' On Up," became synonymous with progress and optimism, perfectly capturing the Jeffersons' upward journey. The end, however, was abrupt. CBS canceled The Jeffersons in 1985 with no notice. Hemsley learned of it through a newspaper, and Sanford heard the news from a cousin. The sudden finale left the cast feeling disrespected, but the characters lived on in guest appearances, including George and Weezy in The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. After the show ended, the cast pursued varied paths. Hemsley starred in Amen before passing away in 2012. Sanford continued to be celebrated as Weezy until her death in 2004. Mike Evans co-created and wrote for Good Times, while Damon Evans pursued theater and music. Roker, mother of Lenny Kravitz, broke barriers as part of TV's first interracial couple and passed in 1995. Marla Gibbs achieved enduring fame, earning a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame in 2021. The Jeffersons remains a cultural landmark, remembered for its bold exploration of race, class, and family, its humor, and its unforgettable characters. From iconic performances to behind-the-scenes controversies, the show paved the way for future sitcoms while leaving an indelible mark on television history. Its legacy lives on, proof that television can entertain, challenge, and inspire all at once.